Greetings, class, and welcome to Horror 101. As always, I am your humble teacher and guide, Profesor Macabro. And accompanying me is the ever-entertaining zombie Wesitos. Well, class, I am back again, doing the thing that I love doing best, giving horror reviews. Yes, I do so enjoy sharing with you all tales of the macabre. Now, if, like me, you are a horror fan, then you are an awesome person indeed. And, as a true horror fan, you like to indulge your palate in all sorts of horror. Whether it be a serial killer, a ghost, or the like. Also, as a horror fan, especially a movie horror fan, you indulge yourself in movies that are not popular. You come across a movie that just tickles your fancy either by the cover or the synopsis on the back of the DVD. These are movies that you did not get a chance to see theatrically, either because they were really, really bad and didn't get a theatrical release, or you came across somewhere, somehow, at a video store, and you decided to check it out. Well, your good old friend, Professor Macabro, came across just that type of movie. Now, it is not a classic in any sense of the word, but the movie in question is Death Tunnel. Now, I acquired this movie because I liked the title, Death Tunnel, and it has a chick with a gas mask just lying there. Now, this movie unfortunately does report itself to be based on a true story, which is utter garbage, let me tell you right there. It is based on a hospital that did treat an illness called the White Death. And a lot of people, back in the olden days, we did have fancy medical stuff. So if you got a disease and it became a widespread thing, people got their shit fucked up. So this hospital, I forget the name, treated a lot of people that were infected with this thing, but, you didn't have the cure back then. You kind of had to go through a bunch of people before someone found the cure. But this one just takes the premise of that hospital and then comes up with their own ridiculous garbage movie. Now, I am not familiar with the director of this film, but if you're going to make a film, a horror movie, and you want to chock it up full of jump scares, that's your prerogative, not my preference. You do what you do. But a horror movie, indeed any movie in general, is better when it is edited correctly. If you don't edit your film well, it becomes incomprehensible garbage. Just as an example, ask the guy that edited the last Resident Evil movie. That movie is garbage. It's a good premise, but the editing in that movie is god-awful. God-awful. And in this one, they try to do the editing thing, where it's very bizarre. So, it was if I gave this review like this. Yes, it's a horrible, horrible movie. There's lots of close-ups to my face. Then I'm talking on the side to zombie Wesitos. Then I'm upside down for some reason. Just terrible. So, that would be an example of bad editing. The premise of the story is that there's this huge college party, and as a means to, to haze in the people, they do a party, and they randomly abduct 5 women, and they lock said 5 women into the hospital, where everyone was infected with the White Death. Now, I don't know about you, but if I know the history of this place, where there was a highly contagious disease, I would probably tear that shit down, not leave it open, because, someone might, an idiot person, might decide to go there and start infecting people again. But that's just me. Anyway, the 5 women find themselves in each floor of this hospital as some really bad stuff comes their way. Now, you have your typical innocent flower child girl, and then you have the more reserved, socially awkward girl. You have the bitch girl, and you have her 2 not-so-likable lackeys. So 5 girls and 2 guys that are monitoring the whole thing, which one of them gets killed off-screen, then you only have your main guy that looks a lot like Jim Carrey for some reason. So anyway, the girls are making their way through this hospital, and they see poorly edited visions of ghosts that are poorly edited. And one of the girls, the main girls, as she is snooping around, makes a shocking discovery. So she regales her discovery to the main guy and the bitch girl. And it is just hilarious. I'll share with you a clip.
Just around Elizabeth's neck. These are the initials of that place. Did you get it? We're in that hospital. I know it sounds crazy. We all have a link to this place. We're all related to someone who was here. This is fucked up. Come on, Richie. You're not buying into this shit, are you?
Bravo! Bravo! Yes, truly, Oscar-winning performances there. Man, that was bad. Now, the bitch girl is, jealous of the innocent girl, because the guy looked at her funny once, and she's like, she's your typical bitchy blonde girl. And let me just share my thoughts on this, but if you're locked in a hospital that is renowned for people dying with a highly contagious disease that's been locked up for a good, 20 years, and you feel, uncomfortable, and you want to make your boyfriend jealous, I personally would not go into the shower section, strip butt naked, and then take a shower in water that's probably of questionable hygiene. Now, I know in the, theme of the horror movies, you want to get yourself a nice pair of tits on the screen, but in the real world, even if that, was just trying to piss off the guy, you don't go showering in a cesspool of a shower. Just a tip, take it for what you will. But the most disappointing thing is that the kill count in this movie is kind of small. You only have the 4 chicks, 5 chicks, 2 guys, and that's it. One of the guys that is supposedly going to monitor the chicks in their little adventure gets killed off fairly on. Then you have one of the sidekick for the blonde bitch gets killed off screen, and then you only see her like in snow? I don't know. She's covered in some white shit. So I was like, that's probably ectoplasm. But then, no, the main chick finds her, and she's covered like in snow. Then, the other sidekick character for the blonde bitch gets killed by the blonde bitch. It's a cold, damp space, so she puts in a lab coat, and the blonde bitch is like, ow, a ghost, and starts stabbing her. Like, if it's a ghost, you don't stab a ghost, but imagine her surprise when she sees the dead body of her sidekick, just like, oh dear, my bad, and then she runs away. her death is not that even satisfying. She's running away because she's tired after that Oscar-winning performance, and she just runs away and somehow gets stuck in electrical cables and just electrocutes herself in a very unsatisfying way, I must say. So, the main girl and the main dude then try to escape from the main ghost, and it is a daring escape indeed. Take a look. That was just laughable. I mean, laughable. And it's because of the very poor editing. I can't stress that enough. The editing is not that good. So, if you are familiar with my videos, you know that I don't like to spoil movies during the pickups. But, during the reviews, anything with me is fair game. And honestly, I'm just going to save you the trouble of seeing this train wreck of a movie. Turns out that the girl that was attending college, that interacted with people that knew her, is a ghost. Yes, they make their way out of the death tunnel, the Jim Carrey-looking guy and the main girl, and they run away, and then the other guy's like, yay, we're free! And the girl's like, oh no, it turns out that I was the ghost all along. What a twist! Messed up my face there. So, that's a plot twist, that the girl was a ghost from one of the people that died in the hospital. And the other guy's like, you know what? I've only known you for a day. So, yeah, I'm going to go back with you into the tunnel, because that'll work very well for both of us. And he's like, let's go back into the tunnel, let's go back to the death hospital with all the ghosts, and we'll find you a cure inside the death hospital. I'm pretty sure that if you take, well, first of all, she's a ghost, but if you take her to the outside world, the government probably at this point has a cure for that, and you would find a cure easier than going back into the death hospital. But to each their own, more power to you. 2 idiot peoples left away from the earth. So, that was Death Tunnel. Is it a good movie? God, no. It is terrible. The editing is garbage. The acting is garbage. But I will admit, I found myself laughing at how inept the movie is. Just terrible, terrible editing decisions is the only thing that really mars this. If it was just played for laughs, or even straight and it came out as an unintentional comedy, I would recommend it. But the editing really, really does affect this movie quite a bit. There's some good ideas, there's some questionable executions, but the editing, once again, makes this movie fail miserably. I, on my grading score, wouldn't give it an F. Like I said, I did find some entertaining bits of it, and although it's questionable the way that it happened, it does have, your blood, gore, and boobs, so it has that going for it, but I don't know, I wouldn't give it more than a D+. It's not an F, because I did laugh my ass off at some scenes, but yeah, I would probably suggest that you check it out just to laugh at some things, but honestly, there are a lot better good bad flicks out there that you can enjoy more than that. But that is the fun thing about being a horror fan. Sometimes you get the good stuff, sometimes you get the bad stuff, and sometimes you come across forgettable stuff that at least make for a very good video. Well, class, that was the horror tale for today. Like always, I and some Viewasitos would like to give you thanks for watching our videos. And until next time, class, good evening.